All right. So, things that I was taught in Bible college that are not biblical, two or three, whatever. They taught me that in order to date a woman, you have to have the pastor's permission. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are in a church organization, no matter how righteous they seem, how by the Bible they are, if they are controlling access to the women, they're a cult. And you need to leave them right when you understand what's going on. On the outset, it looks like it would be a righteous thing for them to make sure that the right people get together, or that people act the right way towards each other properly or whatever. But really, love and marriage and dating and who loves who falls in love with who, that is the realm of the Holy Spirit. That really is not church leadership. It is not there. And you will not find, I've read the Bible front to back, you will not find anything about this, especially not in the New Testament. Paul never said this. Jesus never said this. And basically, what it is brokering power. By controlling who gets to marry, who marries who, you are controlling the men in your organization as a pastor. As the man that called himself our pastor, or sometimes called himself the apostle of our organization, R.W. Davis, he absolutely controlled everything. He was a control freak. Used a lot of psychology to rule over people rather than the Holy Spirit. He claimed it was the Holy Spirit, but it was psychology through and through. Um, but it was so bad that we could not even, as single men, we could not even talk to a single female. We had to go get pastor's permission just to talk to one of them. And we had what is called fellowship after church. We'd go to the fellowship hall, and there would be a line of tables with chairs along one wall. It was called the wall, you know. And you'd go ask permission to go talk to a girl. And sometimes you got shot down by pastor. Sometimes you got shot down by the girl. But the thing is, he stuck his nose way far too into people's lives and was putting people together. And there was an incident. What it was before I went to Bible college that they were actually controlling who I dated. Um, and I was just as happy as could be as a church member before I went to Bible college. I mean, a lot of this stuff didn't show itself to begin with. But anyways, there was a single female who happened to be black, and I was white, and we got pretty close because I was always picking her up for church. I helped her out with a lot of things, and we hit it off. Well, lo and behold, I didn't know, but people in our church organization are prejudiced, and they believe black people stay with black people, and they believe that only black people only are certain part of society, which I didn't know to begin with. I don't cotton to that. I don't think that way, but they did, and they got wind of us liking each other, and they absolutely they brought it to a place. I was a baby Christian, and I was also a young adult, so I really didn't know what was going on. But basically, if there was some kind of thing they didn't like you doing, they would imply it over the pulpit, big time. I mean, they would blast you over the pulpit in front of everybody, and they weren't exactly saying what, but me and her felt it. We did, and they had this so-called Holy Spirit come down in the service, and they had this altar call that must have lasted 30 minutes to an hour, of them trying to get us both of us, to confess that we were doing something wrong by dating each other. And neither one of us, I mean, we didn't go up there. We didn't think we were doing anything wrong, but the end result was that she and I decided we were going to wait until we got to Bible college to work on it, because we felt like we were being interfered with. Lo and behold, I didn't realize it was more than just that pastor. And by the time she got to Bible college, she had already been apportioned to a black minister and convinced to marry him. That's the sort of thing New Testament Christian churches of America that they do. It's basically arranged marriages. And I'm sorry, there's nothing really, I mean, it did happen, but even the Bible, you can tell that it's not the right thing. When Laban gave Leah to Israel, you could tell in the Bible that God's not really approving of it. Jacob was in love with her sister. He was not in love with Leah. And Leah suffered for it. That's why God closed her sister's womb and opened hers. I mean, it was an unhappy marriage. Why do you want to put somebody together that doesn't love each other? But that's what... I don't believe in the politics of power. And that's basically what it was. And at some point in time, I came to loggerheads with my pastor of an organization, because I was dating somebody, and I'd gotten permission for it, but I don't think he was committed to giving her to me. And I don't think I think he had just not decided who he wanted to give her to. And at some point, I was working really hard on, trying to. I mean, thing is, in this church, I mean, your status was crap. It really was. You were nothing if you were not married and uh, ready to take on a church and be a pastor. Pastor was everything. Honest to God, they made. That's great. I love this. Using a phone to film with, but if you were not a pastor, you were nothing. They made pastor to be the most important thing in the world, which is not right in the church. There's so many other functions beside pastor in a church. Anyways, where was I? All right, so I was trying really hard to be married. I knew I needed somebody, and this girl that had been in my church in Sacramento came to the Bible college. I knew her. Um, and it seemed like she was friendly towards me, so I went for it. I'm not sure that was the right thing. I don't think I really loved her. And I was at the, you know, I was being indoctrinated. There was a lot of things going on in Bible college that, I mean, were just forced on me. And I was dealing with the stress, and I don't think I made the right choices. I don't think I was ready to be married at the time. I'll give you that. And I'm sure the pastor could see that for sure.